I'm glad to welcome you. Today we will talk about the most reliable crossovers at the age of 10 years. Let's take a look at the reliable, large, and practical Mazda CX-7 first. But only after restyling and only with a simple atmospheric 2.5-liter engine, which was paired with a reliable automatic transmission. After restyling, the car got rid of childhood illnesses, and because of the notoriety of turbocharged 2.3 liters, the price of even 2.5 is very pleasant. After 2012, Mazda removed the CX-7 and released the CX-5, which is also a solid car, but it already had problems with automatics. In addition, the Skyactiv series engines are more demanding on the quality of fuel and oil, and the diesel turned out to be unsuccessful. But as we move on to Land Rover, yes, you didn't hear. Land Rover and reliable. We are talking about the second generation of the Freelander, which received a fairly successful line of power units. Much credit for this is a good 2.2-liter turbo diesel with a return from 140 to 190 horsepower. The most successful engine is, perhaps, the good old Volvo 6 3.2 liters. All power units were combined with a 6-speed Japanese automatic Aisin. The box received mediocre reviews from other brands, but Land Rover services did not encounter any problems. Probably because, compared to other car brands, they simply cannot complain. Ford Kuga can also be very reliable, as evidenced by cars with naturally aspirated gasoline engines as well as a 2-liter diesel engine. The main thing is not to take a car with a robot, which pretty much ruffled the nerves of its owners, some from the first kilometers of the journey, and oh, how expensive it is to repair. Only those who spend most of the way on the track, where he practically rests, do not complain about his work. And yes, unfortunately, the second generation of the Kuga lost ground in terms of the reliability of power units. They were simply replaced by new turbocharged and complex EcoBoosts, which are difficult to recommend for purchases with mileage, except perhaps out of love for dynamics. By the way, if you choose another brand crossover, whether it be an EJ or an Explorer, you will definitely encounter a problematic box. You can choose a good motor. This is a 3.5-liter aspirated, which is very tenacious, and the cars themselves are good looking, but with the boxes it's not lucky, as if someone specifically does this so that the second owner pays in full, although who needs it? Unless VAG Group gave some advice. Well, we continue, and Renault is next in line, namely Captur, Duster, and even Koleos. They are all united by a successful line of power units, both simple atmospheric and DCI turbo diesels, because with proper care they take care of 3 to 400 thousands of mileage before overhaul. There are small remarks to the DP0 automatics, but it's better to refuse CVTs altogether. Of this trio, Duster deserves special attention, which has become almost popular. This workhorse conquered many with its price and capabilities. And buying such a second-hand car looks very attractive in terms of saving money. Since we have already talked about Renault, how can we not talk about their Nissan brothers, namely X-Trail, Qashqai, and Beetle? The legendary reliability of the X-Trail in the X31 body is really amazing. It can only be spoiled by a variator, which does not always last long in the second hand. The point here is that he needs careful operation and timely oil changes, and it is almost impossible to find out what the previous owner did. And this can be said about all Nissan crossovers, although their engines do not cause any complaints, especially in comparison with the same VAG group. The situation is almost the same with the other Japanese brand Mitsubishi. Outlander 2 and ASX were also equipped with a similar variator of the same Jatco company, which are also not desirable for purchase. Only Pajero 4 boasts completely reliable powertrains. Such a car can and should be taken. The main thing is to find a copy in good condition. There are no complaints about the Outlander engines, only the ASX has a very controversial 1.6-liter, which does not really like to start up in cold weather and starts eating oil by the mark of 200,000 kilometers. Do not disappoint their owners and Opel Antara. Many manufacturers envy its reliability, because the range of engines and gearboxes consists only of time-tested engines. Unless the largest 3.2 liters will not be cheap to operate, but what else do you want from a figurative 6 with 227 horsepower? And although this is an Opel, it does not rust. To be honest, all Opels are not bad with this now, even better than the rest. They are likely to improve their reputation. By the way, fans of the brand can also be advised Opel Mokka, though there is a 1.4-liter engine in the arsenal, which is quite demanding on the quality of service and fuel, but otherwise it's also not a bad option to buy. Confirms the status of a reliable car and the 4th-generation Honda CR-V. This car has an atmospheric range of engines that are clearly designed for long and trouble-free operation. But you can also run into a problematic box here, although they are all reliable, whether it is a mechanic, an automatic, or a variator. The most reliable version is a 2.4-liter engine with a 5-speed automatic, which was the only option for this unit. Mechanics can only be taken with a 2-liter. Infiniti also has reliable crossover models. For example, the extremely reliable Infiniti FX, which is not only very dynamic and well-controlled, with high-quality finishes and attractive appearance. But the main indicator of the quality of these machines is their price on the secondary market. It practically does not fall, and this is perhaps a problem for those who want to become the owner of such a car. I look forward to your comments. That's all from me. Thank you all for your attention. I will be very grateful to you if you subscribe to the channel. See you soon.